Hello everyone, welcome back. Last week witnessed the clash of two star-studded high-budget films, Coolie and Watu. I managed to watch Coolie, and here is me talking about the aspects that appealed to me and that did not. Usually I start with the positives first, but this time I'll start with the negatives because there are certain things that is annoying me and I want to get it off my chest as early as possible. The part that annoyed me the most was the way it was released in Germany. I'm not sure how it was in the other parts of the world, but in Germany the film was not directly released in the cinemas. Instead, it was released by certain Indian communities by tying up with movie halls, which means the tickets were not directly available for sale in the open market through the portals of the cinema halls. Instead, it was sold through specific portals where it was overpriced by at least 25%. And I still ended up in a movie hall more than half empty on a Saturday evening. I do not understand this arrangement. How was it in your city? Please let me know in the comment section. Now let's talk about the movie itself. Since I said I'll start with the negatives, let me start with one of the biggest eyesores, and that is excessive use of cameos. One can argue that it is not just Lokesh doing it, everybody else is doing. No matter what the argument is, to me, cameo is the facade behind which you hide the gaping plot holes. Cameos rely on star power rather than good storytelling. Cameos are a desperate attempt at force-fitting pan-India appeal to a storyline which is inherently not pan-India. Karnataka market, Upendra, check. Andhra market, Nagarjuna, check. Kerala market, Shobin, check. Now we are left with the Hindi belt. What do? Let's bring in one of the Khans. Which Khan is free? Okay, Amir Khan. Let's talk to him. Honestly, I do not think there is anything more to this cameo craze other than pan-India marketing, and it is annoying. The second negative is this is the weakest script so far from Lokesh. And I say so far because in my observation there is a downward trend from Lokesh when it comes to attention to script writing. And I'm sure his next outing is going to be a lot more shallow if Lokesh does not come out of this cameo craze and the non-existent LCU. None of the characters are written strongly. And the non-existent plot, I don't even want to get started with it, otherwise this will end up being a non-stop rant rather than a review. Okay, enough of the bashing. Let me talk about what worked for me. I have kept it as no secret about my liking for Lokesh Kanagaraj's films. In fact, he is the filmmaker that I watch out for, and I watch his movies in the first week of its release, and that says a lot. So even before I went to watch Coolie, I already knew what I was signing up for, and I was prepared for that experience. What defines Lokesh Kanagaraj's films for me? A dark theme with action and suspense in good measure, pulsating background score, slick editing, brilliant camera work, and well choreographed action sequences. You can expect at least two well planned and well placed twists that will catch you unaware, or at least two standout action sequences. Bonus if it is intelligently written as well. In summary, Lokesh's films are meant for the first time watching impact on the big screen, and Coolie did have that first time watching impact in me. In the previous two outings, that is Leo and Vikram, all the aspects that I just mentioned were there, and that skyrocketed my expectations. But there is a catch. When you make a film with Rajinikanth, it becomes a Rajini film. Many of today's filmmakers have failed miserably while attempting to direct a Rajini film. The notable exception being Nelson. The miserable failures being Karthik Subbaraj and T.G. Gnanavel. After all, not everybody is Suresh Krishna, who in my opinion took Rajini's stardom to heights that can never be matched by anyone else. Not Shankar, not K.S. Ravikumar, not P. Vasu. So when Lokesh teamed up with Rajini, the obvious question was whether it is going to be a Rajini film or a Lokesh film or somewhere in between. It so happens that Coolie is a Lokesh Kanagaraj film with the quintessential Rajiniisms in it, much to the delight of Rajini fans. And the good news is it worked, and it worked very well. Rajini has come to terms with his age and has started performing age-appropriate roles. or should we say age appropriate, after setting the bar so low that if our hero does not romance a 20 something heroine, then we consider it as age appropriate. I'll briefly touch upon the plot as well, even if it is at the cost of reputation. Simon Xavier, played by Nagarjuna, runs illegal operations smuggling gold and watches by leasing the port at Vishakhapatnam. His right hand man Dayal is played with maniacal energy by Sobin Shahir. Devaraj, played by Rajinikanth, runs a strict hostel-like mansion in Chennai. Deva's close friend Rajshekhar, played by Satyaraj, dies under mysterious circumstances in Vishakhapatnam. So Deva sets out to find the truth behind Rajshekhar's death and in the process to protect Rajshekhar's 3 daughters. The eldest daughter, Preeti, played by Shruti Hassan, who hates Devraj for some weird reasons, reluctantly helps him. Deva's exploits in finding the truth, protecting Preeti, and eventually taking down the bad guys is what the rest of the plot is all about. In the process, a countably infinite number of characters are thrown in, most of who add no value. Rajashekhar had actually come up with an invention which falls into the hands of the bad guys that leads to his eventual death. And that invention being a lame electric chair which will vaporize human dead bodies in 30 seconds. Rajshekhar says that the invention is meant for animal dead bodies, but who comes up with the design of a chair for animals? Anyways, many twists and countless fights later, Deva takes down Simon and Dayal. Thanks to a forced cameo by Upendra, Deva avenges Rajshekhar's death. Wait. So far, the plot captures only the south market. What happens to the north market? So, just before the end credit starts rolling, Lokesh hustles and brings in Amir Khan along with a bunch of huskies and Mahesh Manjrekar on a wheelchair to finish off the marketing formalities for the North market. Honestly, the entire legacy that Amir built since Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak has been wiped out with this one single cameo. Lokesh Kanagaraj, as usual, leans heavily on the able shoulders of his core team. The cinematographer, this time it's Girish Gangadharan, the editor Philomen Raj, the action choreographer Anbariv, and finally Anirudh. They deliver time and again. So I went with high expectations from this team and most of them delivered. The only one who under-delivered in my opinion is action choreographer Anbariv. Remember the age appropriateness or the lack of it of Rajini? That's where they have collectively failed. The 70-something Deva is shown bashing dozens and dozens of able-bodied stuntmen in their prime. Rajini fans would lap it up gleefully, but what about the rest of us? The stunts could have been thought through a little more and could have been a lot more realistic. Shruti Hassan, though with significant screen time, plays the done-to-death damsel in distress role and has nothing to offer other than hiding behind our hero for protection. At least her character could have been written a little better. Nagarjuna as the stylish villain impresses, but his character doesn't carry much weight either. Satyaraj is wasted in a lame role. The standout performer unarguably is Sobin. He plays the guy who never dies. However shallow his character writing may be, he makes up for it with his maniacal energy. And that too while sharing the screen with the stylish Nagarjuna and the long-standing superstar of South India, Rajini. This man will go a long way and I wish him luck. Anirudh has been given the single biggest responsibility, which is to cover the gaping holes in the plot and stop the viewers from thinking. And he does it with ease as always. His music is a cue to Rajini fans on when to whistle and when to root for their hero. And he delivers. And he also makes good use of Ilayaraja's soundtrack from Thangamahan. But when will this trend ever stop? In the teaser, there was a reference to the lyric from Ninaittale Enikum, but in the film, there is no reference to it at all. In summary, this film managed to deliver the first time impact on the big screen for me. However, unlike Vikram or Leo, which left me asking for a watch one more time, Coolie did not evoke the same feeling in me. In Vikram and Leo, for me, the loopholes started showing only during the second watch. But in Coolie, I could see through them right away. I would recommend Coolie for a one-time watch on the big screen only and wait till the ticket prices come back to normalcy. No film is ever worth the overprice. In the small screen, it is at best avoidable. Thanks for watching. I'll come back with my next. Till then, bye-bye.